Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's your boy DMD, and I'm out here with my buddy Scott. We're chilling. It's like the best weather ever out here. Like, we got out of the shop and we're sitting in the back, and like, it's so calm. You can hear the birds chirping and everything, and it's nice and windy. But we're not here to chit chat about the weather. We're here for an Orcust deck profile, and it's good. It's good. It's real good. Tell them about it.
Tell him about it. Beats him occasionally.
Occasionally.
It's not Danger Orcust, but I still think it's a really good pure version for people who are looking for a budget version of the deck.
It's PK Orcust.
Yeah, there's like one expensive card in the entire deck for anyone who wants to play this deck on budget. And this is the build I'm very comfortable with. I've been playing it for a few months now, getting a feel for it, you know, playtesting on Dueling Book when I get a chance with different ones. And
cool, man. Let's go ahead and I guess get right into it.
To start off the monster lineup, we have 3 Harp Horror. Harp Horror, you can banish it from the graveyard and special summon a Orcust monster that is not himself from the deck. And it's a hard once per turn.
Yeah.
The next one is Symbol Skeleton. You can banish him from the grave to special summon one Orcust that's not him from the graveyard. And he's your reborn, so it's really good because he can even reborn your link monsters too, and just help you link climb. The other 3 of I play is Brassman Bard. Not a lot of people do, but I like it because it's a machine dupe target, a 1-for-1 target, and it helps extend your plays during your turn and your opponent's turn. Simply for the way the deck works, you can banish him from the grave to special summon one Orcust monster that isn't him from your hand. He's also a target for Link Karibo, so if you need to go into Link Karibo, it's a dark monster. You can put him on the field, use him for Karibo, banish him for an Orcust monster, and then keep Link climbing.
Ooh, that's actually kind of cool.
The last main deck Orcust is 2 Nightmare. She's the card that came out of
Savage Strike.
Yeah, she came out of Savage Strike. She's a Foolish Burial, but you have to be able to target a face-up monster on the field with her and give it attack points by 100 points equal to the level. So you can even use your opponent's monsters for it, and that can be very good if you don't have a monster to do it. So you can just Foolish Burial, or for any deck that runs a graveyard deck that runs Foolish Burial, they would, and just keep going. Wonder One, it's a World Legacy card, and it specifically works with Orcusts. It's a dark machine too, so it fits with the archetype. If it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon a banished Orcust monster, which is really good for keep going because it's a link climb deck. Next is our PK monsters. I only run the Phantom Knights. I only run 2 Cloaks, but it's really good for extending your combos. Running 1, sometimes you'll open hand it and then you can't send it, and it sucks for your combos. But if you have another one in hand, then you can pitch it for like Dark Grepher, or you can Allure of Darkness if you need to keep going. So it helps. The last PK monster is Boots. It's a
best one.
Yeah, it extends your combos. You need to run 2 because if you open hand it, then it kind of sucks because then you don't have a target for Cloak. And you want to use all your draw cards last so you can draw into cards you're missing. So he's really good. He also can special summon himself from the hand if you control a Phantom Knight monster, which the trap Shade Brigandine can be. So even if you don't go into the link with it, you can still special summon it if you can control the trap as a monster. The final 2 of the dark monsters are obviously Armageddon Knight and Dark Grepher. They just extend or start your combos. Specifically, the fact is that you sometimes can bypass your normal summon, and so you can use him, and you run a couple of level 5 or higher monsters so you can pitch them for him if you have more cards in your hand. It's just for more link climbing, and because you run Rhoda, you technically have 2 copies of each in the deck. The last monster of the deck is 4 Mud Skipper. He's a level 1 light Cyberse monster, but he has a really cool effect for budget players where you can reveal a link monster in the deck, and when you use him as a link material, he's counted as the name attribute and the type for it. So you can either copy an Orcust monster, or the best play is to copy Nightmare Mermaid. And so when you use it for Nightmare Mermaid, it only needs one Nightmare. You can then go into the Orcust Nightmare from the deck, because that's what Mermaid does, is you pitch a card when it's link summoned to summon a Nightmare monster from your deck. And so it's a 1-card combo starter, and it's also a level 1 for 1, which we play in the deck.
So you don't have to like play Ibly. That's what you were referring to. About
yes.
the
So people
budget.
who don't want to pay a whole bunch of money, just buy this dude. It's literally $1 for 3 of them. I would suggest anyone who likes the deck to play this card. He's really, really useful. That's it for the monsters. For our spells, the only 2 archetype spells I play for them is Babble and Return. Yeah. Return is basically D-draw, but you send a World Legacy or an Orcust from your field or hand to the graveyard, and it's really useful because you can combo with Machine Dupe into a bunch of dudes, and if you don't need them, you can go into this dude after you've searched your deck using the link climbing. And then Babble is the one that everyone really needs to have in there. Because it makes all Orcust monsters in your graveyard or face up on the field quicker. Yes, yeah. Sam's right. It's really good because then it turns your deck into just a grind fest where it can outgrind a lot of decks if you don't open up a board. It's not very good at breaking boards, but you only play one because if you open up the other one, you're going to grab the other one. And none of the other cards are worth having because they don't extend your combos in a meaningful way. It's a dark deck. You play 3 Allure. It helps you go. You have a bunch of dark cards. So if you draw cards that you don't need for the combo for link climbing, you just banish them away. The last 3 of is Call by the Grave. You probably know what it does.
We don't like hand traps.
We don't like hand traps. Ash sucks. Ghost Spell sucks. So
especially on Machine Dupe.
Yep, this is really good. It stops even DD Crows, so keeps you alive.
Yeah.
It's great. The last one is Machine Dupe. We did talk about this earlier. It's really good because if you go into cards like Brass Bombard, who is a 500 attack machine, or Nightmare, who is a less than 1,000 attack machine, then these guys are viable targets for bringing out extra copies, and then it extends your combo into bigger monsters because you only need 1 Orcust for most of the Orcust Link monsters at all. For the one-ofs, we play 1 DDR just to keep going. It pitches cards from your hands, so if you run into trouble, it'll fix you in a jiffy. It's really good with the archetype. Rhoda.
It's a search card.
It's a search card. It extends your plays. Foolish Burial, you know what it is. It's another Nightmare Orcust. Or it puts anything you want in there into the graveyard. Really good for the deck. I play 1 for 1 because getting 4 Mud Skipper really helps, because then this is a 1-card combo. It's a 2 cards because 1 for 1 you got to pitch a card. But it's great. It also puts out Brass Bombard for Machine Dupe, so yay. Monster Reborn, it's Reborn. Keep going.
Yeah.
Hit your opponent's stuff if you're losing. Living Fossil is the interesting card. It's like Monster Reborn, but for level 4 or lower monster. So if you bring back, for instance, Symbol Skeleton, what it does is it will negate its effect and let it lose 1,000, which then turns it into a Machine Dupe target. But it also just extends your plays, and when the monster leaves the field, it gets banished, which can help you with your entire deck because it wants things in the grave are banished. The last cards in the main deck are the 2 Phantom Knight traps. Shade Brigading becomes material. Fogblade is just next turn, screw your opponent.
Yep. That's just what Fogblade does, man.
Yeah. But this guy, when he's also a monster, lets Silent Boots special summon itself to continue link climbing if you don't want to or can't bring out the link monster. That's the PK'd link monster. That's it for the main deck. The extra deck, which has a lot of link monsters because it's a link-oriented deck. The first one you're going to play, and it's literally your only non-dark monster, is Mermaid. She's the combo starter. You only need 1 of her in the deck. She's super cheap, so 4 Mud Skipper copies her, becomes her, then you summon her out, and then she summons out Nightmare Orcust, and then you keep going. The next one is your other Link one, is Link Karibo. Like I said, he's really good just for controlling your opponent during their turn, and he's also there to help you if you need to just summon Brass Bombard and keep going. Wee Witch's Apprentice, I use, if you don't want it does, when it's destroyed by battle by card effect, you add a dark monster from your graveyard to your hand, so it's going to help you get back what you need, because then you can just summon this with F2 Bomber dude, Topologic,
Yeah.
Topologic Bomber, and then you can summon him on there if you need to, and then it'll blow up the field, and then you'll get a Dark Monster back.
Yes.
I play Akashake Magician. She's really good if you can get her to point, because then all the stuff you excavate will just go to the grave.
Yeah.
She also pops cards. She gets around one, can be all.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
And she can also she can pop back monsters that are giving you extra zones, so you can get their link monsters off the field. So she's really good. This is the main girl, Galatea. She's hot. She's cool. She's what everyone wants to play. She's got really unique link arrows. Anyway, she counts as an Orcust monster, and what she does is you shuffle back a banished Dark Machine monster, or it's any machine monster really.
Yeah.
And then she sets a Orcust spell or trap, so she can get around a couple of dudes like T-King or Thunder Dragon, Colossus that are giving you trouble.
Times.
That's it for the Link 2s. Starting off the Link 3s, Decode Talker. Bad boy Daddy Longrisu himself.
Sending them Colossuses to the grave.
So Longrisu, he shuffles 2 banished machine monsters back for his effect, in which it sends one monster your opponent goes to the graveyard, so it's non-targeting, non-destroying effect. It's really good. What you can do, though, is you can put him in the middle, just underneath that spot that the 2 extra decks, and if they summon into their extra deck zone, you can send it to the graveyard. And so unless they can put another card there, they don't get to play with the extra deck. So he's really good because you can set up with Topologic Bomber Dragon up here, which points to him. Summon Sorceress, combo plays, you've probably seen her. She got reprinted, great. This guy, combo plays, extenders, sucks he can't be used as a link material. You've probably seen him.
He's OP though.
He is OP. He sets Fog Blades so that next turn your opponent just cries. Sam cries. So, but then I cry because then I can't get over my own negated monster. So.
Oh, oof, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it sucks. Custrian, he's the boss monster for the Orcust. He's a Link 4, and he only requires 2 monsters to make, so that's really cool. One has to be an Orcust. Any monsters that are linked when he activates his effect, which is shuffling 3 banished machine monsters back into the deck, their attack becomes 0 and they no longer have an effect. So have fun using half your monster zones with that. If you have him and Longrisu, they might as well just scoop. Big Daddy himself, the one Topologic Bomber Dragon. Everyone hates him for that very reason in this deck, is just you can keep going from the graveyard with him in Babel on field and make their life a hell. Unless they're a Yang Zing player, bless their hearts, they can get over this. Yeah, our friend Show. Yeah, everything I show him, he takes to heart, and then he just uses it to make me feel sad about my decks. Last Link 4 is Borrelguard Dragon, just because you need another Link 4. You can use Boral Sword, Boral, the other Boral monster, the regular one, but he's really good too because you can just send stuff like a spell or trap card to the graveyard if a monster happens to be destroyed that turn from either player's field, and special summon it to yours, so he takes stuff. He's really good. I play Breaksword. You play level 3s. You have
pop stuff, bro.
Yeah, if you play him after you play the Link monster for Phantom Knights, then you get to pop 2 things, and then he gets to bring back Phantom Knights if they happen to be in your graveyard still. So that's really good. And the final card is the only synchro monster, which you can either sync with Brass Bombard, who's a tuner. Thank God he's a tuner. You can synchro summon him with Orcust, that's a level 7, or you can synchro summon him with a level 3 and a level 4 monster, which you have a few of.
He is by far has the coolest artwork I've ever seen, though.
Savage Dragon's got really cool artwork. I love it myself, but that's the extra deck.
I almost want to play Pen Magicians just so I can use him because his artwork is so legit. Yeah. Hi. So thank you, Scott, for this profile, my man.
No problem.
It was absolutely a pleasure. Oh my God,
Well, I appreciate you having me on, Sam.
Oh, absolutely. You mean DMD?
DMD, man. I call him DMD all the time in the tournament. Now I'm calling him Sam.
Yeah.
I watch his content too. I even watched him before I knew who he was. So.
Thank you. Oh, really?
So, dude, if you have a chance, go subscribe to Dark Magician Duelist. He's really good. I enjoy watching his content. He's got a bunch of local deck profiles. Some of them are competitive, but man, if you want to find some really good profiles that'll, not make your wallet cry because Yu-Gi-Oh has to be that way, check out his channel, man.
Not necessarily. Them salad boys they're pretty cheap now too.
That's true.
Yeah.
But no, it was a pleasure to showcase this deck that I've been really liking for a while. So thank you very much, Sam DMD, my man.
Thank you, Scott, for doing that. Also, hey Scott, you want to go get some ice cream? I think that ice cream shop is open.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Lit, bro.
Dude, let's go get something.
Dude, let's go get some ice cream. Anyway, guys.
Let's go get some ice cream.
Dude, we're gonna go get some ice cream, guys. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.
It's like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know